All right, what's good, y'all? I'm back. Just had to make a little video because we talking about this Jaylen Brown, fucking Paul George trade, which is absolutely disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was a good trade. It was a nasty trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if you got beef for the team, and I mean historical beef for real, Boston Sixers historical beef. What you don't do is trade your good players to the enemy. Send that nigga to Phoenix or something like that, man. You feel me? Get his ass out of here. I don't know what y'all was thinking. But make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Zsaheem. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get back to more making my content. You know what I mean? So if y'all can help, just make sure y'all like and subscribe, comment, reshare it, send it to your people, your cousins and shit. Let's make something happen. Right. But so I've been listening to a couple people. I'm listening to Rusty Buckets right quick. You feel me? I don't know what Russ got going on.
Jaylen Brown 4. The only reason you would do it is because you have to do it, and I don't think at any point did they cross the threshold where they had to do it. The only thing that the Celtics had to do, according to their own logic, was shit that they brought upon themselves. Like, I mentioned the Jaylen Brown saying that this was his favorite year thing, and I should have clarified because some people were confused by this. I was not saying that that was necessarily a legitimate basis to trade him. I did not think that that was anywhere near like, oh,
You can tell who his fans are because ain't nobody saying the right thing, the small thing. He got those crazy eyes. The small thing out loud. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff you say may have merit, but it's way deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that later.
you have to trade the guy now because he said this one thing offhand, and also kind of explained later that it wasn't even really what he meant. Like, that was not reason for this.
But it was part of it. It was something. It's like if I said a bunch of shit already and then I follow up with this right here, they're gonna be like, this last time this motherfucker said some shit, get him out of here. See what I'm saying?
To happen, Jaylen Brown has also not requested a trade. So the only way that you have to make this trade is because you have ruined the relationship yourself. And Jaylen Brown...
No, it's not the only way. The Celtics didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics don't give a fuck. They the owners. They do whatever the fuck they want to in their minds anyway. You know what I'm saying? And Jaylen Brown like, hey, man, I'm mad at how y'all talking about me. I'm finals MVP, this, that, and the third, and y'all telling me I ain't good, I ain't this, that, and that. No, I'm one of those people. I don't fuck with Jaylen Brown. Again, like I said, you're gonna hear it a couple times in here. I don't fuck with Jaylen Brown. I don't fuck with the Celtics. I don't fuck with the Sixers. But if I'm gonna fuck with somebody, I fuck with the Sixers more than the Celtics. The Bean, never. You understand? So, it's other shit going on. Rusty
is not responsible for ruining that relationship. A lot of people have gone through the past with him and how he is just kind of always the scapegoat. And I do think there is reason for that, even though there are some people who will disagree with this. I do think that Jason Tatum at his absolute best is just definitely better than Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown as a wing, as a scoring wing, who's not a great off-ball player all of the time, especially as a three-point shooter because he's very unreliable there. Not much of a playmaker. Like, that's not necessarily the most ideal guy to have as your second option next to Jason Tatum, on top of the fact that he makes the amount of money that he does. Awesome.
Man, the Celtics want Jason Tatum to win another fucking chip so he can get finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? And they probably like washing this year. But that's the thing. If y'all gonna look at this year at the wash, what y'all gonna do next year? Because y'all still gonna have PG on the books. You feel me? What's gonna happen?
So it makes him a little bit less desirable as a second option. So when it looks like a drastic change might be needed for this team, I do understand why trading Jaylen Brown is probably a little bit too expensive and not necessarily a great second option next to Jason Tatum, or a perfect one anyways. I understand why that conversation comes up. However, every time it has come up, there has not been a good enough reason to do it. There hasn't.
That's all. I mean, it's reasons out there, but because you're a white guy, no offense, but you just not gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. It's Boston, bro, and not necessarily like the GMs and shit, because they got to say so, but it's the culture. You feel me? The big wigs. You know what I'm saying? The guys up there with the money and shit. They tired of Jaylen Brown shit.
Not been.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna talk later. I'm gonna give you the game later.
A good enough return to do it. So instead, just fucking keep the guy.
That's what they should have done.
All right, so breaking news, absolutely absurd. Jaylen Brown has been traded to the
Yo, this like the fifth or sixth one I don't watch. Everybody say this is the wildest trade, the craziest. Oh my God.
Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 second.
All you see in the comments and shit is fleeced.
Turns out the Boston Celtics were even more desperate than we all thought. But really quick on the Philadelphia side, which should be the more interesting side, I don't love the fit, but I think it is worth it for them. I thought they would trade Paul George for a younger player that can be part of your future, but no, you trade him for an all-NBA player right now. And, you know, it just furthers the question of what's going on with Joel Embiid. I don't think Joel Embiid is going to be traded, but in totality, giving up those picks for Jay.
You know, I haven't actually considered that. I don't think they're going to do it, but, you know, he on a decline, man. You know what I mean? That nigga bones don't work. The fuck? Getting Embiid out of there would not be the wildest thing to me. You know what I'm saying? When me and my man Fell played 2K, he traded him all the time. So, you know.
Jaylen Brown is worth it. And if you catch lightning in a bottle, which we're always going to say about this Philadelphia team, if Joel Embiid can stay healthy for a playoff run, then it could be something special. But even if it doesn't work out that way, you got Jaylen Brown. Presumably, you got another 3-4 years of very good play from Jaylen Brown. So
niggas just kept saying, yo, Jaylen Brown was popping all this shit about him beating all this flopping. Now you gotta go play with him and hope he get his flops off. You know what I'm saying?
I don't love it for Philadelphia, but I think it's a good deal overall for Philadelphia.
Okay, it's the first time I heard that somebody say he really didn't like it. You know what I'm saying?
It seems terrible because you were just talking about Giannis, right? But you get Paul George, an elite 3-point shooter, contract.
And not to mention, y'all, they said, like, y'all heard the video, they say they tried to trade him back for Durant in like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Then they try to trade him again. And now they're here and they put him in trade talks with Giannis and didn't pull the trigger. They couldn't get it done. So now you just got this guy that you was just about to trade. You think he's going to come back and give y'all his best? He probably start buying his time. You feel me? He know he young. He know he can draw that shit out. He's going to play unless y'all get into some serious contention. If y'all don't, he like, man, fuck these niggas, man. I'm out of here next year anyway, or whatever the year going to be. You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible. You get the 2 first-round picks, which is what you were
PG.
really aiming for anyways.
It's over. You can't stay healthy. You just like Embiid.
Where he kind of, you know, not outplayed Jaylen Brown, but matched Jaylen Brown. Played amazing defense on Jaylen Brown. Again, elite 3-point shooting. If we are to believe that Paul George can be a pretty good 3-and-D wing while also getting 2 first-round picks, it's not as crazy as it seems.
Okay.
Of course, there is the risk.
Somebody giving a little grace to the Sixers, even though he about to say why it's a bad trade. Because, I mean, even at their peak, even at his healthiest, you're still over there, you're 38 or some 36 or something. You're getting up there, PG. You feel me? Your bounce ain't the same. You dig me? Your defense slowed down. You got defense, but is it the best? Can you stick point guards? Can you stick smaller guards now? You got to stay defending wings. You feel me? They put you at the PF. When they put a small forward, you used to be a shooting guard. Now you at the PF. You feel me? That's because you're 36. You ain't as quick enough to stick no fucking ant, man. Right? All right. That's why he played good defense against Jaylen Brown, slow ass, because Jaylen Brown ain't fast. He got to be meticulous. He got to Euro and stop, pause, lean back. Oh, he got to do all that shit. You feel me?
Completely falling off a cliff, but last year shot 39% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. In the playoffs, he shot 49% from 3 in 11 games. Now, he didn't get to the rim at all, didn't get to the free throw line at all. Kind of a problem with the Boston Celtics infrastructure, not being able to put pressure on the rim. Paul George, at this stage in his career,
is not doing none of that. He not putting no pressure on the rim. That nigga shooting the 3 or the midi, and that's it.
You put pressure on the rim. But if he can give you baseline of 3-and-D and be an elite 3-point shooter, I know we think of Paul George, whilst all that, but if he can be a serviceable defender and provide elite 3-point shooting, he
got to stay healthy to do that, my mans. I thought that's what you was leading into. His knees and shit don't work. His back and shit. I don't know.
Elite.
His body is discombobulated.
Elite 3-point shooting while also getting 2 first-round picks. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for the Boston Celtics. I really don't. Once you get over the initial shock of it, going to a situation where Paul George might now be probably not the second option, probably that's Derek White, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about you guess. You don't know who the section option is, and it could be Derek White? That's what you're going into battle to? Because let's say you even make it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be a hard task because Giannis. So what you going to do? We don't know where LeBron going. If LeBron come back to Cleveland, do y'all even got a chance? You know what I'm saying? What y'all going to do? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so I tried to listen to this guy, Rusty Buckets, a little bit ago, and he just wasn't seeing it how I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even really going to make one because I'm neither a fan of neither team. I actually don't like either team. So I wasn't really going to say anything, but it's just a blockbuster trade, and I'm trying to get used to making content for shit like this, especially during the off season because there ain't shit else to do. So I switched over to this brother right here now. Let's see what he got to say.
This might be, and I'm not even joking. This might be the dumbest I've ever seen in my entire life.
Now I want y'all to know this is the third one I watched. First I watched Jeff Teague and them joint, and they said, he might be good for both sides. I like to trade both sides. It sounds like they're trying to be political. I went on Rusty Buckets. Rusty Buckets said, man, this might be the dumbest motherfucking trade in the world, but he wasn't saying the right stuff. Why? You know what I'm saying? He brought up Jaylen Brown saying it's the best season I had and he shouldn't get traded for that or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to tell y'all why his ass got traded after this. And maybe we'll watch somebody else's joint just to see what everybody else is saying. But we're going to watch a little bit of this and keep going.
Like, we're live. I'm going to tell y'all right now, there is just absolutely no way it was that bad. There is absolutely no way that it was that bad. There is no way. I'm not, matter of fact, I'm so serious, chat, when I say this. This is so in the moment, I'm about to throw this on low post. Matter of fact, I'm keeping all this up. All this just getting kept up. Matter of fact, let's just run through a video real quick. There's no way. There is absolutely, positively no way that it got this bad. This is such a bad trade. I don't even know if I'm going to do any heavy edit to this video. We're just going to get it up. There is absolutely, positively no way that it was this bad. Trading Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks in 2 seconds. There is no way. There is absolutely, positively no way.
Come on, Boston. He gotta be worth more than that, right? Gotta be. He a finals MVP. He just had y'all in the playoffs. Dolo. Tatum ain't come back into the playoffs. He got y'all there. Now, me personally, I don't rock with him. I'm a Bucks fan. I don't fuck with no Jaylen Brown. I don't fuck with no Celtics or no Sixers. Neither one of these teams is my teams. I might say it a couple times while I'm recording, but I don't rock with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, on the outside looking in, I'm just giving my honest take. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get to that in a second, but I tell you one thing, I 100% agree with everybody I watched so far. This is one of the dumbest, one of the worst trades I ever seen. Especially for Philadelphia. I'm in Camden, New Jersey. We right across the street from Philadelphia. Everybody around me is Sixers and Phillies and fucking Eagles fans and shit. So, that's all I fucking see. You know what I'm saying? And I got to hear this for the next, I don't know how long till the season start because we're not going to really know if they're any good until that season actually starts. You know what I'm saying? But on paper, they supposed to be legit. You know what I'm saying? But they've been legit for years and they never won shit. I don't know how long Embiid been there. I don't know how long Max has been there. Niggas ain't winning shit. So, Jaylen Brown, is he gonna help you? Everything on paper say he is, but you ain't getting nothing back, Boston, for the fucking your Finals MVP. All right.
You just traded Jaylen Brown for Paul George and 2 first-round picks. And chat, it doesn't even matter how deep into the future the picks are because Philly is going to keep Jaylen Brown. So you just gave a team with Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and now Jaylen Brown. Those picks are not going to amount to much of anything. They will be, at worst, a consistent playoff team. I want people to also understand, yes, I'm going to get into this as well. I want people to understand how bad this is. First things first, for those who are unaware, Paul George just had a birthday. You traded Jaylen Brown for a 36-year-old. I also want everybody to understand, not only did you trade Jaylen Brown,
I think Jaylen Brown like 27 or something.
for a 36-year-old, you traded Jaylen Brown for a 36-year-old who just got done only playing 37 games. And the year before that, 41. He played 74, great. But the year before that, 56, 31, 54, 48. Granted,
that is nasty work. Oh my God. I knew his injuries was bad, but come the fuck on.
some of these are shortened seasons, but Paul George has not had a full healthy season since 2024. And he claimed even when they were going into the bubble, he wasn't 100% healthy either. That's what you just traded for. Let's make it even worse. You traded for Paul George when he's owed $54 million.
Damn, I thought it was $42
year,
million. It's
and
$56
$56 million the year after that on a player option that he's obviously going to take.
Yes, he is.
He's obviously going to take that. And again, it does not matter how far into the future it is. Maxey is under contract until 2029. VJ is on his rookie deal until 2029. I know they're going to have to pay Jaylen Brown, but I'm for sure going to trade Jaylen Brown or sign Jaylen Brown when Maxey and VJ are going to be on a team. They're both 25 and under. So the picks that you got don't really even mean much. If anything, a 2028 first round pick that could convert from a first to a swap that's more favorable.
I never heard that. I never heard that in my life.
2 years from now? And then a 2031 unprotected first. So at best, if everything falls apart in this year, at best you might get one top draft pick. At best. This is the worst move. I'm not gonna lie, this is the worst move I
Now, to get to the Celtics GM credit, I Brad Stevens, I think he the GM. Brad Stevens, to his credit, and in fact, they drafted better than the Sixers. The Sixers got Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz out of those two trades. You know what I'm saying? Out of those two drafts. You know what I'm saying? So y'all was already ahead of them. And Brad Stevens, I know you know what you're doing, but man,
seen a very since the Luka Doncic trade. This is the worst move. Paul George is not healthy. He's overpaid. He's old. He has not been able to produce at any high level in any postseason setting. And
Never.
on top of that, you're in the middle. You are quite literally
he couldn't do well in the postseason setting when he was with the fucking Pacers. You know what I'm saying?
in the middle of what should be Jason Tatum's prime. And unfortunately, he just came off a torn Achilles.
Yes, he did.
So you're telling me that you are willing to risk whatever is left of Jason Tatum's prime for this? For
It
Paul?
can't be.
I refuse.
Yeah, it can't be.
I refuse to believe that's what you just did.
Well, I know
and
that is.
Also, chat, I'm trying to even fathom what the counter can be, because I could potentially see maybe you get more draft capital and this will make a bigger move, right? Cade is not.
Nah. Nah, not this.
This is everybody's. This is everybody's response to this shit. Is crazy.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
I just did a full video where I was talking about the first 24 hours of trades. Talking about the Lakers and all they're spending the Bulls.
It's so funny because everybody keeps saying that too. Y'all, I just made a video where I was talking about free agency and I was just trying to figure out where Jaylen Brown gonna go. I couldn't think of nothing.
Get a little empowerment to Robinson going to this. All of the big signings you've seen so far. I guess I'll drop the video in a few hours, damn it. And as soon as I wrapped up, I'm like, cool, good video. I'm gonna sit over here and edit it. But first, I'm gonna get the mail. I go get the mail, and the moment I'm out there getting the thing out of the mailbox, get notification, boom, Jaylen Brown traded to the Sixers. So again, I will drop the video later tonight, I guess. But my goodness, I don't know what to think. We knew that Jaylen Brown. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read to you the compensation for Jaylen Brown services. By the way, it's going to be Paul George, 2 first round picks, 2 second round picks. That's it. And as I film
He goes, that's it.
9 minutes of trade topic. As I film this, we don't know what these picks are currently. The Sixers have a bunch of their own first round picks. They have a swap possible, but it didn't read swap right. No, so just straight up first.
Could they trade Paul George with some of those picks they got, along with some picks they got for someone else? Or take the picks they got just now with the Paul George pick and their own picks and get somebody else over there? You know what I mean? I don't even know who. You don't need a star. You know what I'm saying? You just need somebody that's healthy, somebody that's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna be there just in case Paul George, fragile ass body, lets him down again. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know. This shit.
Anyway, we don't know if that conversation is, but we knew that Jaylen Brown had to be traded. As much as Bill Simmons, I'm anticipating the next Bill Simmons podcast more than I'm anticipating Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm anticipating the next Bill Simmons podcast more than in any movie, any piece
Bill
of
Simmons.
media.
Bill Simmons pisses me off. I don't like no Boston fans. I don't like Boston. You know what I'm saying? Boston is one of the worst places to be for a black man to me. So, especially somewhere like the Garden. You know what I mean? Like, no, TD, I ain't going up in that joint. Fuck them niggas.
Ever been excited for? Bill Simmons was talking about, all the Celtics have to do is have a big dinner with the owner and Brad Stevens and Jaylen Brown, and they'll right all the wrongs, and they can bring the Jays up.
And right all the
That
wrongs.
was dead. We knew Jaylen Brown had to be traded. It was just a matter of where would he be traded to. They put him in trade rumors to go to Kevin Durant 5 years ago. They put him in trade rumors again this offseason to get Giannis. Both of those things fall through. Jalen's on social media talking about all of the conversation around him and his name and his game.
Yeah, wow.
And it felt like the relationship had gone terrible because of it.
All right. Now, see, Rusty Buckets ain't saying none of this right here. Brad Stevens said, hold on, listen, this is what's happening. You feel me? This is what's happening. You making too much noise for Boston. You see what I'm saying? You making too much noise for Boston. That nigga is from Georgia, right? You from Georgia, and what that say? Marietta? You feel me? Now, he is from a fucking state where it's heavy brothers at. He up the bean, and it's all these white people, white racist people, poor white racist people in some places. You feel me? They're like, damn, he making too much noise. He on here doing this shit. He cursing out Skip Bayless. His dad is calling Perk a boy. All this crazy shit. We got to get him and this big ass dad the fuck out of here. Hey, what you think happened? We got to get him out of here. Not that we got to get him out of here for something great. It's such a rush to get his ass out of here. We'll take anything. Fuck it. Give me Paul George. You got some picks? Give me a couple picks. Give me Paul George and get this motherfucker fuck out of here. You feel me? And where he going? He going to Philadelphia. You know he gonna love Philadelphia. You feel me? Most people, they don't like Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a mess. Philadelphia is a shit show. Real dangerous, real gangster. You know what I'm saying? Real tight. All the people seem miserable. You know what I'm saying? Especially compared to somewhere like New York. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna say LA or anywhere out there because of course everybody's happy. Sunshine, beautiful women, they love it. Sandy beaches. Out here is projects, tall buildings. It's Philly. You gonna be over here, you gonna fit right in. You gonna be around with the hood niggas like regular. You gonna be a YN when you come to Philly. That's all I'm saying. But in Boston, you can't be no YN in no Boston. All right.
The age-old saying, once the toothpaste is out of the tube, that's all you can do.
Yeah, you just talking shit to all the people, Stephen A. and everybody. Nah, I don't fuck with Stephen A. I need to fuck Stephen A. But I'm just saying, you feel me? You supposed to keep, and not to say he's supposed to keep his shit to himself in Boston if you want to stay there. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do that in Philly. Say what the fuck you want in Philadelphia. We with this shit. The people and the crowd is with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now see, I'm from Camden, New Jersey. That's South Jersey, and most people around here is Eagles, Phillies, Sixers fans. You feel me? Flyers fans, and the Soul. I don't know. I hate them all. I don't like no Philly teams. I'm from Jersey, so I ain't repping that shit. I pick my teams from wherever. Milwaukee Bucks fan, New Orleans Saints fan. Baseball, I don't watch. Fucking hockey, I wish the fuck I would. So, in Philly, he gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I know all about it. Niggas ain't with the bullshit. All these fans around here, they be talking about the Philly fans this, the Philly fans that. That is a fact. Everything you heard is true. You feel me? We want you go off on niggas. If niggas is over there doing wild shit in the Sixers organization and you come on your podcast popping shit, yes, that's what we want to hear. Talk that shit. Fuck them niggas. They wildin'. You're trying to get y'all to a championship and they bugging. Say something, Jaylen Brown. You feel me? And in the Bean, in Boston, the Boston fans is saying, no, Jaylen Brown, you black. You better sit your black ass down and not say shit because that's how we like it. We don't like our black players being wild and crazy. You understand? Jason Tatum is damn near white to the skin, his own damn self. His girl is from London. Everything about that says soft, mellow, monotone, regular, just I'm out here not trying to start no static. Jaylen Brown is popping shit, rubbing hair dye on niggas' jerseys. It's all kinds of crazy shit going on with him. Boston ain't with that shit. You feel me? Boston gonna blame their loss on the hair dye.